press 0. To refuse this call, hang up or press. Your current balance is $91.65. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. For more information about our privacy policy, please visit www.connectnetwork.com. After the beep, press 5 to accept this call. This call is from a corrections facility and is subject to monitoring, recording, and the location of your phone will be obtained. Stay on the line to accept this call. Thank you for using GTL.
I don't consent to recording of this call. Anything I need to know?
But it was all about money. It was all about, I got to have my $25,000 fee.
Right. I got a notice today that there's an amended witness list and one named Debbie Davenport from Kimberly, Alabama, is listed as a witness now.
Okay.
For the plaintiff. Any idea who Debbie Davenport is?
You don't think it's Debbie? It's not the same Debbie that is handling Pat's equipment, is it? Or y'all's equipment? Is her? No.
No.
Okay, I don't know.
No. And I'm just wondering if that's one of Trader's buddies.
Who knows? Who knows?
Isn't there a woman who's cohort with him?
What was her name? That's right. She wrote the one who wrote those articles. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I'll have to try to find that.
I don't know. Maybe she can reach out to some. Did I call collect or did I got a traded to Troy for a phone call? So.
No, it's all right. You called on. I think we're using up the $90, but that's all right.
Okay, I didn't know if I was on your dime or mine. I was in a hurry to get access to the phone real quick.
No, I'm glad you called. I'll try to look up. I don't think her name was Debbie, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, what else? You should have got a book called Miracle in Atlanta. I think it really applies to your situation if you have a chance to read it. I know you're probably preparing for your...
I have not gotten any books. You or somebody, if they can contact the vendor and find out if it was delivered, verify it was delivered, and maybe contact the facility and find out if they're not giving it to me for whatever reason. Okay. Other than that, I've never gotten the affidavit from Miss Parsons.
Really? That's surprising.
Yes. How long ago did you send it?
I don't know. I can't keep track. At least a few days ago. I mean, it should come in today or tomorrow for sure.
Okay.
I sent it late last week, I think.
Okay, last week.
Yeah. Well, today's Monday, right? What is today? Today's Monday. No, what is today?
Today's Friday.
Today's Friday. I'm losing it, man. I sent it earlier this week.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe it'll be here soon. I was looking for it. I was trying to. I've got everything ready to mail out. It's just a matter of getting it, sending it out.
Okay. Yeah, other than that phone call, I really wish that you would get that book, because I think that book is very applicable to your situation. And the phone call from the lawyer was a little weird, but anyway.
Any idea what's... this guy told me he tried to contact Stanley Stump, said his number's no longer in service.
I can give you the number that I have for Debbie. Any contacts I get with the Stumps, which I've only talked to his wife, and your lawyer asked me about that too. He asked me, have you been contacting the Stumps? That's why I was thinking it was a Fed. But anyway, I can try to find Dorothy. I just used Dorothy's number.
Yeah, if you can email her and find out if his number's changed, if that's something I can have access to, or if he's, changed it for, reasons obvious to avoid, this harassment by this corporation posing as government.
Yeah, I got you.
Nobody seems to want to talk about that. When I talked to that lawyer, a little while ago when that became the subject of the discussion. Well, I got to let you go. I got other people to talk to that are paying customers.
Yeah. Nobody wants to talk about what's really going on in our country. That's for sure.
No, the fact that they don't have jurisdiction over me is an issue. They don't want it. It's just law of presumption. We're going to presume that we got jurisdiction and steamroll ahead.
Yeah.
Destroy your life.
Yep. While you're talking, I'm trying to find that dang article. I can't believe
I noticed that Clyde Lewis on Ground Zero was not on the air last night. They did a repeat, and they're targeting him too. He's being targeted because he's talking about this stuff. He's talking about the nuances of the psychology that's used to manipulate the public through the media. And I know you don't have time to listen to him in the middle of the night, but you know, those people out there that might be listening to him, if there's any way to reach out to him, and I think he'd put you on to talk about your ministry and, you know, all the people that are being railroaded is something that's right up his alley, because the stuff he's talking about and the techniques that they're using to railroad people is, you know, it's right now.
Yeah,
it's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think most people can't imagine how evil this situation is that's going on.
No, they can't, and that's the thing. It's you know, they've basically got a blind spot where they assume that everything is legitimate when in fact it's not, and they overlook the lie, and then he's got various terms that he uses and he explains what the terms means, but it's, you know, it's psychology, and there was a book he referenced, wise as a serpent, gentle as a lamb or dove.
Yeah.
And that's a book that talks about the psychology and how they're anyway, and there was another guy that was on Coast to Coast, I guess it was, last night or the night before, that was talking about how they catch people in lies and stuff. And, you know, that he actually works for the prosecutor, but said he would work for the defense cases too, but obviously he's one of these hired guns. But I think if the guy's got a book out there that people could learn from it and probably see how to utilize the techniques against the government that's, you know, testifying when they get on the stand. They virtually get up there and lie and say whatever they want, and there's no accountability.
Yeah, I know. There's definitely no accountability. That's why I was hoping you'd really get this book. What's that lady's name again? Deborah Davenport?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the lady here that's over the mailroom is Debbie Otwell. And I don't know if anybody can try to reach out to this place and find out what the status, I mean, whether whoever is the publisher that sent it. Anyway, that would be the only thing I could suggest, because I've never gotten a book. I've not received any books since I've been locked up here in Nebraska.
They must not be letting them through, because I have sent several, Mike. I make sure they're coming from the publisher. They're paperback. I mean, I don't know what to say.
And the publisher's saying they're being delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You not got one book from me? Not one?
I have not received any books. Nothing. Other people are getting books delivered every day.
I'm going to go to my orders right now and search for Mike Parsons. Hold on. Okay. I sent you a book called The State of Native America, Genocide Colonization. And I sent you a book called Miracle in Atlanta. And One in a Million, too, I think. Should have at least got 3 from me. Oh, hold on! I found out it's Weaver. That lady's name is Weaver. The devil, yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it Debbie Weaver?
Let me find out. I'm clicking on her thing now.
You know, 2 days ago was the anniversary of Randy Weaver's wife being shot in the back by an FBI sniper. She's holding her infant daughter. She was assassinated 26 years ago in 1992. Just a little tidbit of information for anybody keeping up with that kind of stuff.
I don't know. It's just Weaver. I can't. You know, these people, they don't really ever If she does put out her first... Oh, it's Jacqueline. Well, you know, Jacqueline Weaver, but who knows if that's the real name.
Right.
Also,
maybe somebody can do a Google search for Debbie Davenport, Davenport, from Kimberly, Kimberly, Alabama. See what pops up.
Yeah, let me do it right now while you're on the phone. Debbie Davenport, Kimberly.
Yeah, Davenport.
Yeah, Kimberly, Alabama.
Kimberly, Alabama.
Oh, it's the owner of the Birmingham Pistol Wholesale. Buys SC guns in Trussville. It looks like
okay.
It's a lady that owns a gun store or something.
Oh, okay, maybe they're going to get her to say that she sold this gun to somebody else, and then he's going to try to say that he sold it to me or something.
Yeah.
Which is neither which is any proof of any possession of a gun at the time that they're claiming.
Right, right. Incredible.
I guess, you know, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, you baffle them with what, BS?
Yeah, you know what they did in Schaefer Cog is they spent like a whole week bringing in legal firearms and just putting it in front of the jury and talking about how all of these firearms are so dangerous. They even played like slow motion videos of mannequins' heads getting blown up. Like somehow that made Schaefer guilty of anything, you know.
Was he charged with shooting a mannequin?
No, yeah, but they try to...
Did he shoot?
Yeah.
Tell me he didn't shoot a mannequin.
Yeah. They build it up like a Hollywood production, man. It's all manipulating the jurors' minds.
That's what Clyde Lewis talks about. And you would be the perfect person to tell him about the history of all these cases. You know it better than anybody. You know the cumulative effect of this, what they call weaponized bureaucracy. The FBI has been weaponized against we the people. That's what Clyde Lewis is.
Yeah,
he clearly admits it. He says, they have been weaponized against we the people. They are tyranny against we the people.
Yeah. No doubt about that. You know, a big rip or a big rift. It's like a division point in the patriot community or Christian community. Is there's still those that want to support law enforcement and they want to support the blue flag and they support local FBI and DOJ and all that, and it's like they just don't get it, man. They don't get how corrupted the institutions have become. And even if they went in with good intentions to do good for their community or do good for the FBI, they've been trained to specifically treat the American people as the enemy. And,
right.
Yeah.
Right. They're no longer here to protect we the people. They're here to take away our rights and effectively, slowly destroy this country from within. They are a cancer that's destroying this country. They got people here making $27 an hour starting out. That's insane. When I was a kid growing up, the cops and the firemen were the lowest paid people on the planet because they knew they got a guaranteed check and they got benefits in retirement, but everybody else would go work that could compete for jobs and do real work where they could make more money. And the highest paid people are the bureaucrats because they voted themselves largesse, as it says. As Jefferson talked about, they'll vote themselves largesse from the Treasury until they bankrupt the country. And the last official act of any corrupt government is to bankrupt the Treasury. Well, guess what? When they got a printing press, the Treasury's irrelevant. It's all...
You have 1 minute remaining.
At the end of the day, they have no value. And when the people realize the money has no value and the gold and silver goes up through the roof, all this stuff stops. But by that time, all these people who are out here trying to raise awareness and trying to restore the republic, we're all gone.
Yeah.
We no longer, they'll write an article 100 years from now saying, well, 50 years after he died in prison, this guy was exonerated of all wrongdoing because it was determined that he was railroaded by a rogue FBI operation at the order of a tyrannical judge in Tipton County, Tennessee.
Right. But we got to lay down that testimony, right? We got to somehow keep resisting and hope the Lord will deliver us. But even if He doesn't deliver us, it's just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They said, even if the Lord doesn't deliver us, we ain't bowing down.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I won't kneel before Satan and his subject minions.
Amen.
Not going to happen. I'm a child of God and created His image. And
Thank you for using GTL.